York, but we don't never say good morning.
Queens don't always talk and look nice and polished. Being a queen has more to do with having balls to do what you weak fucks won't do.
I'm getting this nigga in the morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, Vanessa Smiles said the Richard. Yeah.
Mike is muted. We on that BS. Okay, there we go. Live and in effect. Hold on. Lipstick check. You start off around the lips. Start off with the MAC. We don't throw shit away around here. We got MAC Pink Pigeon on the outline. And then we have Doechii May Coral. We love a Doechii lipstick. Expensive, but it's good than motherfucker. Okay. Quality over quantity, people. Yeah. Quality over quantity. Look at that. Okay. Keep going. Keep going. Okay, I'm here for it. All right. I know y'all didn't come here to see me put on lipstick. Now let's get into the bullshit. Let's just jump right in. I don't know what's worse. I don't know what's worse, but let's start somewhere. You know, somewhere over the rainbow. Oh man. Okay. So yes, we are going to be starting off with Zelensky. Not him leaving the White House with his tail between his legs, but not him leaving the White House with the tail between his legs, but more so with I
think it takes two to tango. And
you know, backtracking in the motherfucker. I mean, you know, he came through, he saw, he conquered. He thought he was about to come up off a big back. And Trump was like, hell no, nigga. I ain't got it. We ain't got it right now. We don't have it. Let's listen to what had happened at the White House briefly and also take a look at what is happening right now. Let's go.
I think it takes two to tango, and you're going to have to make a deal with Russia, and you're going to have to make a deal with Ukraine. Now, maybe somebody doesn't want to make a deal, and if somebody doesn't want to make a deal, I think that person won't be around very long. That person will not be listened to very long, because I believe...
Yo, let me tell you something. Just for a moment, though, Trump be motherfucking dog whistling than the motherfucker. Like, he be sending out the motherfucking dog whistles, a.k.a., this nigga don't want to make a deal, so y'all shouldn't be listening to this nigga anyways. Y'all need to pick better. Translation.
Believe that Russia wants to make a deal. I believe certainly the people of Ukraine want to make a deal.
Vice President J.D. Vance earlier today.
It's important that everybody come to the table, and the president is trying to send a very explicit message. The Ukrainians have got to come to the table and start negotiating with President Trump.
All right, and Tammy, I want to get to this because it's...
And before we get to what Zelensky had to say in response to this, let's make this shit very, very fucking clear. Zelensky thought he was about to run up in the White House and get another bag or get another one of them blank checks that Biden allegedly gave to him. No, it's not working that way this time. We were stupid enough to give you the blank checks in the first place. But at this point, there are no more blank checks to give. America is trying to tell the world right now, we ain't got it. And for some reason, the world is not understanding that we ain't got it because we've had it for so long. We ain't got it. We don't have it right now. So we need the world to understand this because when y'all don't have it, don't nobody, we help y'all. We make deals. We barter with y'all, you know, we find ways around things and stuff for y'all, you know. But for some reason, now that America ain't got it, everybody like, oh, that's wrong what y'all doing. No, we ain't got it. We don't have it. But yes, let's look at what Zelensky had to say in response to being kicked out of the White House and amongst other things.
Part of the story that broke just moments ago, we wanted to get this up on screen so everybody could see it together. It looks like President Zelensky may be listening and that President Trump is having some success with his pressure campaign. Zelensky has just posted this: "Nobody wants peace more than Ukrainians. My team and I stand ready to work under President Trump's strong leadership to get a peace that lasts. We are ready to work fast to end the war." Our meeting in Washington at the White House on Friday did not go the way it was supposed to be. It is regrettable that it happened this way. It is time to
Wait a minute, not the way it was supposed to, or not the way that you wanted to, Zelensky.
make things right.
Come on.
I think
He over here talking about it's time to make things right. Well, you know what? I'm glad that he came to his senses, but it's bittersweet because Zelensky has been running around with the EU. He done made a mineral deal with motherfucking UK, and now he want to double back and be like, oh, you know, let's make a deal now. No, sir. No, sir. No, we're not gonna do this with you. Absolutely not gonna do this with you. At least Trump ain't, and I respect that for Trump. I really, really do. I am just in the space to where, and I think a lot of Americans and the entire United States is really in a space of where we're calling bullshit on bullshit. And Zelensky has been getting away with a lot for right now. And most people, they don't want war. Nobody wants to be going to war. Nobody wants to be spending extra money on, you know, military aid and fighting things that can be solved, you know. If you know the history between Russia and Ukraine, Ukraine was once a part of Russia. Then they got their own, you know, freedom or citizenship, whatever they want to call it. I could be misspeaking the terms of it, but you know, the portions that they are talking about is basically based around minerals. And what Russia is trying to do is just take control of the areas that they already had control over. And also, you got to know when you're losing. We have sent billions of dollars to Ukraine. If y'all haven't figured out what to do yet, it's about time y'all take yourself over yonder. So shout out to Trump for stopping all of the federal aid that was going to, U.S. military aid. Shout out to him for stopping all of the U.S. military aid. And, you know, now we can move the fuck on, you know. If you want to circle the block, that's fine. Find somebody else to fight their battles. He want to run over with the UK and the EU and stand up and meet with Saudi Arabia and all these other countries. You should have went to them first. Don't come over here, ask for all this money. We give you money. Now that we can't give you anymore, you have a problem with that? No, sir. Don't act like we didn't give you nothing. Don't say I never gave you nothing. Don't say I never gave you nothing. You know, that's all Trump is saying. You know, that's all Trump is saying. But anywho, now moving on to something that is extremely passionate for me. I am a New Yorker. I love my city, and unfortunately, New York is New York is under attack. Oh my God! Why is Canada trying to do us like this? Like, you know, this is a mess. You know, and this is shout out to Cat Williams who said it years ago. Because it's like we're in a space where your friends can't come over right now. Your friends got to stay home. You know what I'm saying? I understand what Trump is doing. He's just trying to bring it on in. You know, I don't appreciate how he might be treating, you know, Americans as far as like, you know, layoffs and jobs and things of that nature. But when it comes to, you know, cutting down outside spending or what we're giving out to other nations, yeah, we got to put a pause to that. We must put a pause to that. We can't just be out here giving out anything and everything to everyone. Like that's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? So I really feel like it's a very, very, very big deal. Let's get into what happened with Canada and this tariff war that has already started, because as of Monday, and what is it, Tuesday now? Yeah, they're double charging us for the light. You see all this shit? Light. But we got the other lights off. Come on now. We got the other lights off. But yes, Trump already told us exactly what was happening, but let's get in with what Canada is necessarily trying to do. Let's start off with that.
The premier of Ontario, says he's now imposing a 25% retaliatory tariff on electricity exports to Americans living in 3 U.S. states starting tomorrow. The move potentially raising costs and could threaten grid stability for 1.5 million customers. Premier Ford says, blame your president.
I just have to say, the people who have already started to live off the grid, shout out to y'all. Y'all tried to tell us. Y'all niggas became nomads and y'all like, we going to live off the grid, and now niggas who are on the grid is crying. And I'm one of them. Let's go.
News Nation's Nick Smith is here with the latest. Nick?
And Adrian, caught in the middle of all of this are consumers who simply want the ability to turn on their lights without an increased fee. We're talking about New York, Minnesota, and Michigan. 1.5 million customers, but that's by households. Multiply that number, Adrian, by the number of people in a home, and then you're talking about millions of Americans who will be hit with higher heating and energy costs. According to Ontario's Premier Doug Ford, Canada's 25% tariff or surcharge on energy flowing into parts of the U.S. will begin Monday, and that cost will be passed directly to consumers.
See, now who ends up paying? But yes, now New Yorkers end up paying the final price of this bullshit. Now Minnesota, I understand that you're a part of it too. Michigan, I understand that you're a part of it too. But the cost of living in New York is already higher than Minnesota and Michigan. So who's really, really going to be hit hard is the motherfucking New Yorkers. And Trump, you are from New York. How dare you do us like this? Thank you. Trump, you are from New York. How you going to do us like this? Don't do us like this. But at the same time, even though I'm joking about him doing us like this, I understand where he's coming from. He's basically just trying to, treat people like how they treat us, And for some reason, Canada doesn't like it. I thought Canada was peacemakers. But let's see exactly why Trump is even proposing these tariffs in the first place. He sat down with Maria from Fox News.
You spoke to the president of Mexico today. I want to talk about tariffs because even as you're seeing this optimism and excitement, there's some nervousness over your tariffs. Markets have been selling off. People are not sure how to view it. Why did you roll back or put a pause into some of the tariffs until April 2nd?
Because I wanted to help Mexico and Canada to a certain extent. We're a big country, and they do a lot of their business with us, whereas in our case, it's much less significant. We do very little with Canada.
See, everybody wants to come for Trump, but nobody's talking about that part. How much are these other nations benefiting from doing business with the United States? And how much are we not benefiting from doing business with them? How? What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Come on, Trump finish.
Comparison. And I wanted to help the American car makers until April 2nd. April 2nd, it becomes all reciprocal.
And you see, everybody's been crying about, how America has changed with our auto industries and our industrial industries and how, there's not a lot of things being made in America. How are we going to get it if we keep outsourcing everything that we need to all of these other nations to do it for us? At some point in time, we have to reverse this so we can start doing things here. Let's go.
What they charge us, we charge them. It's a big deal, but what they charge us, we charge them.
That sounds fair to me. What they charge us, we charge them. What's so wrong with that?
But this is short term, and I felt that for the good of the American car makers and the MCA, you know, the USMCA, that's Mexico, Canada, I thought it would be a fair thing to do. And so I gave them a little bit of a break for this short period of time.
But I asked you about this before, and I know you told me when I asked you, I said, you did use MCA, you put this together.
Yeah.
And yet then you come back and you change it up with these tariffs, and you said to me at that time.
Exactly. We got to drink our own Kool-Aid, 100%. We cannot sit here and shove out money to the rest of the world. Oh, the audio in the videos is doubling back. Okay. We got to do something about that. Thank you, Mr. Jones. Salute to you. I got to figure out how to fix that. Yes. I want to really, really make sure I can get this right because, hey, what's going on, Pete? What's good? Great. He can't do nothing right in people's eyes. Exactly. How can he not do anything right inside of the people's eyes? That's not right. That's truly not right. Let me see. This is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is not the headphones. Where's the headphones one? This is this that goes in. That's that. That's the Bluetooth. Let's turn this down, baby.
I did it because I can. I put an amendment in there, and I said in 6 years I can change it. But I think CEOs want to see predictability. They say, look, I have to speak with shareholders. I've got to make plans for CapEx spending. I can't if it's 20% one day and then it's off for a month and it's 25%. Yeah. So can you give us a sense of whether or not we are going to get clarity for the business community?
Well, I think so, but you know, the tariffs could go up as time goes by.
Yeah, I got to play this back because I want y'all to hear what Trump is saying. And I don't want the audio to be doubling back. Let's get this shit right before we move forward. Oh, yes, Anthony, I will. I don't be on here like that, but I definitely am going to check my DMs for you. I'll definitely look at that. I be running around like crazy, but I don't get a chance to check many messages. But I'll look into today, and I'll definitely respond for sure. I'm going to definitely check that. So let me raise this volume. I hope that the audio is fixed in the back. All right, let's finish what Trump had to say about why he's putting these tariffs out here. Okay.
This is short term, and I felt that for the good of the American car makers and the MCA, you know, the USMCA, that's Mexico, Canada, I thought it would be a fair thing to do. And so I gave them a little bit of a break for this short period of time.
But I asked you about this before, and I know you told me when I asked you, I said, you did use MCA, you put this together.
Yeah.
And yet then you come back and you change it up with these tariffs, and you said to me at that time, I did it because I can. I put an amendment in there, and I said in 6 years I can change it. But I think CEOs want to see predictability. They say, look, I have to speak with shareholders. I've got to make plans for CapEx spending. I can't if it's 20% one day and then it's off for a month and it's 25%.
Yeah.
So can you give us a sense of whether or not we are going to get clarity for the business community?
Well, I think so, but you know, the tariffs could go up as time goes by, and they may go up, and you know, I don't know if it's predictability. I think
so that's not clarity.
No, I think that they say that. You know, it sounds good to say. But for years, the big globalists have been ripping off the United States. They've been taking money away from the United States. And all we're doing is getting some of it back. And we're going to treat our country fairly. This country has been ripped off.
Like he said about the shoot. Just want to stop a second. Good morning. I know you about to shoot. He takes amazing, great pictures. Salute to you, Pete. I definitely still look forward to working with you one day. But it's still the same. Oh, you know what? I could mute myself while I'm playing that.
But I think CEOs want to see predictability. They say, look, I have to speak with shareholders. I've got to make plans for CapEx spending. I can't if it's 20% one day and then it's off for a month and it's 25%.
Yeah.
So can you give us a sense of whether or not we are going to get clarity for the business community?
Well, I think so, but the tariffs could go up as time goes by, and they may go up, and I don't know if it's predictability. I think
So that's not clarity.
No, I think that they say that. It sounds good to say, but for years, the globalists, the big globalists, have been ripping off the United States. They've been taking money away from the United States, and all we're doing is getting some of it back, and we're going to treat our country fairly. This country has been ripped off from every nation in the world, every company outside in the world. We've been ripped off at levels never seen before, and all we're going to do is get it back. We're going to get a lot of it back. We're not going to let people take advantage of us anymore.
Like he said, we're not going to let people take advantage of us anymore. Give me one moment. I want to double check something with the audio.
Now, goddammit, don't start hating now. You wasn't hating when the motherfucker was living, goddammit. Now the motherfucker dead. Fuck this son of a bitch. Fuck him, goddammit, and fuck anybody with his ass. God bless. God bless the fool, goddammit. God bless the fool. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna end this goddamn thing. Look, where's that goddamn money bowl at? Who got that money bowl? We taking up money right now before you leave this bitch. We ain't leaving out here for free, motherfucker. Where that money bowl at? Don't have any fire this bitch off now. Where that money bowl at?
Let me play something for a second.
Comparison. And I want to help the American car makers until April 2nd. April 2nd, it becomes all reciprocal.
I see what he's saying.
We're a big country, and they do a lot of their business with us, whereas in our case, for the good of the American car makers. And
But I think CEOs want to see predictability. They say, look, I have to speak with shareholders. I've got to make plans for cash.
There we go. I have figured it out. I must be muted while my videos are playing. Yes, I must be muted while my videos are playing. Okay, so everything is making sense now. Okay, here we go. All right. Shout out to you, Mr. Jones. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Shout out to Mr. Jones 169. All right. Thank you. You are appreciated. So the videos can play, but I must be muted while the videos are playing. So for you also other content creators out there, make sure you guys are doing the same. We hate some feedback. Anywho, all right. So now moving on to Doug Ford, straight out of Canada.
For weeks now.
Out here, just doing a lot, talking about how he has to stand up for Canada and how Canada's not going to take this line down. So we start to treat you guys the way you treat us, and you're taking this as an attack. You don't want to be fair in business, but when the getting's good, nobody wants to give it up. Nobody wants to stop giving up when the getting is good. But you know what? Let's take a listen to what Doug Ford had to say in regards to him, trying to make sure that America is doing what he wants America to do.
We've been faced with so much uncertainty coming from President Trump.
Each day brings new tariff threats. Now, President Trump is threatening tariffs on steel and aluminum. He's pointing his finger at dairy and lumber, shifting timelines, different excuses, chaos and confusion. It's hurting workers, it's hurting businesses, it's hurting investments, and it's hurting families on both sides of the border. It needs to end. That's why I've been crystal clear. Until these tariffs are off the table, until the threat of tariffs is gone for good, Ontario will not relent. We will not back down, pausing some tariffs, making last-minute exemptions. It won't cut it. We need to end the chaos once and for all. We need to sit down, work together, and land a fair deal. A deal that gives businesses the confidence to invest. A deal that gives workers the security they need and deserve. Until then, Ontario will keep up the fight. We will apply maximum pressure to maximize our leverage. That's why today we're moving forward with a 25% surcharge on electricity exports. For the 1.5 million American homes and businesses that Ontario powers, homes and businesses in Minnesota, Michigan, and New York.
But here's the thing. Now, there has been a lot of rumors stating that, Doug Ford was going to turn them all. There has been a lot of rumors with people saying that. So he's not saying he's cutting off the power. What he's saying is, we're going to charge you guys even more for these tariffs. Is it not obvious that this is a big-ass money grab for them? Is this not obvious that this is a big-ass money grab? Like, do you not understand that America don't have it right now? We're trying to figure things out. And as we figure things out, can you work with us? Can you give us what we give you? You've been benefiting for quite some time now. So now we want to try to level the playing field, and you're taking this as an attack. So you're going to increase the tariffs. What about the American people? I understand you're trying to stand up for your own people, but so we're not supposed to stand up for Americans who are already being overcharged? Let me tell you something. He's talking about 25% on tariffs. My light bill already went up as of January of this year. Exactly. My light bill has been went up. So y'all are charging something that is outrageous from Canada already. So you're going to charge 25% more on top of that? Let's hear him out to see what else he got to say. Let's go.
This surcharge will cost families and businesses in these states up to $400,000 each and every single day. On an average, this will add around $100 per month to the bills of hardworking Americans. Let me be clear. I will not hesitate to increase this charge. If necessary, if the United States escalates, I will not hesitate to shut the electricity off completely. Believe me when I say...
Bitch, I spoke too soon. He said he tried to cut shit off. This nigga said, play with me and I will turn your shit off. Well, and if you know, you know. When there was a blackout in New York City in 2003, shout out to the people who went through it, okay? I was very young, but I had a question in the back of my mind. I said, if New York City is having a blackout, why is Canada lights out too? That always was in the back of my mind, and that's when I originally found out that Canada's electrical grid, whatever, is connected to ours. And I said, dang, that don't seem too right. Like, you should want to have all control of your own stuff. Like, and New York is a big city, bigger than Toronto, not necessarily in size, but in people, businesses, all of these things. New York City is a big fish, very, very big fish. And so for you to threaten to cut off the power, I don't think he knows how America has moved. Now, I get it, you know. It seems nice to want to make threats like that, but Canada, you're supposed to be, you know, the nice person in this. You know, just because we're trying to make things fair, you're telling us now, oh, we won't hesitate to turn this shit off. So charging an extra 25% is already not enough. You gotta also threaten to cut niggas shit off too. Yeah, I don't know. I think that Canada you're playing with fire, Canada. You are. Just like them goddamn fires that happened last year. Yeah. And we forgave y'all. You know, we forgave y'all. We sent y'all help. Y'all had a couple fires out there in Canada. Had the whole motherfucking Northeast smoking. Then a motherfucker. You know. And America sent y'all help. America has been y'all friend for years. And this how y'all gonna do us? Sad.
I do not want to do this. I feel terrible for the American people because it's not the American people who started this trade war. It's one person who's responsible. That's President Trump.
Why does it have to be a trade war? That's my thing. Why does it have to be a trade war? If we're saying that y'all are charging us 50% on everything and we just gonna charge y'all 50% too, why does it have to be a war? Why can't you see that they're just making this fair? And hey, your choice can be like you said, oh, we're gonna either charge 25% more, but your idea is to cut people's stuff off. Really? Because y'all not getting y'all backs greased as much as y'all have from American taxpayers. I guess for Canada forgot they are Americans. Exactly. You forgot that you're all a part of North America too? So my question is, if you shut off all of the power, does that include the power in Ontario too? Because if we all connected, right? We are all connected, correct? So that means if you shut off all the power, that means you got to shut off from Canada, Ontario necessarily, Ontario, New York, and on that. Like that's what you gotta shut all of that off. So that means including Ontario, if I'm not mistaken, right? Let's finish this on out. So you gonna shut our shit off, but leave Ontario's on? Let's see.
I'd rather be working together. I want to sell the U.S. more energy, more electricity, more critical minerals.
Look at that. I know a greasy motherfucker when I see one. We want to sell the U.S. more energy, more this, more that. Well, what are we getting out of it other than just us being the goddamn customer? What is America getting out of this deal other than being just a fucking customer? What do we get?
I want to make Canada and the United States the richest, most successful, safest, most secure two countries on the planet. But as Premier, my number one job is to protect the people of Ontario and in hand protect the people of Canada. I will do whatever it takes. I will fight like I've never fought before to protect Ontario.
Said Ontario's under attack. Who said Ontario's under attack? America is just trying to get their just due. They're just trying to be fair. Why is everybody in the uproar? Because America is just trying to give or get what people are give, like what we're giving. If I give you 2 bags of chips every single day and I don't get no chips, then how does that benefit me? Where is the benefit for the? So we just get energy from y'all? Is that it? Yeah, time, change gonna come. Oh yes, it's been too. No, I'm just kidding. We're not gonna go there. But anywho, I'm over Canada. I'm over them. They've been exploiting the U.S. for quite some time now. And you know what? Maybe we do need a shift. Because if we're just only trying to even the level playing field and all y'all got is, oh, y'all trying to come for us, when this is not an attack. We're just trying to make things fair. We're just trying to give y'all what y'all been giving me. And unfortunately, we've had some presidents who've allowed nonsense for too long. So it looks like, out of nowhere, Trump is just... No, we've had a lot of fuck shit happen in the past couple of years. And now we're just trying to clean the shit up. And y'all like, no, this shit benefits us. But what about us? What about? Don't let me Michael Jackson this shit about this bitch. Anywho. Let's get into our next subject. Yes. So, unfortunately, we're still in New York. We're gonna bring it to some more areas, but we're still in New York for a quick second. So, we have another man that's been on site, and my heart goes out to all of these people who had to wake up in the morning and look at their cars, because in New York City, people work very, very hard and not just New York City, everywhere. They work very hard for the things that they have. So to have to wake up and get up and deal with stuff like this, it's very sad. It really, really is. Let's take a look at the hammerman who's out here tearing motherfuckers' cars up. And
right now, an investigation underway after that. A violent rampage in Queens. Cell phone video captures a man armed with a hammer smashing out car windows. News 4's Mark Santia spoke with a witness who says that he and his neighbors are now living in fear.
Broken glass and shattered windows. At least 7 cars on this block.
I'm not gonna lie. As soon as this video started, I was just thinking of what is it, Curtis Blow? He's like, broken glass everywhere. People standing on the like they just don't care. Okay, shut the fuck up. Broken glass everywhere. Okay. I'm done.
Vandalized. Neighbors say all of this caused by a man armed with a hammer. Unleashing fury on car window after car window. These are the sounds and sights startling the neighborhood last night. A violent rampage after sundown.
What he was doing was crazy. He was trying to, the door, he was knocking the door very, very bad, throwing bottles of beers. It was crazy.
This man asked we not show his face, but he wants his voice heard. He says neighbors here on 97th Street and 34th Avenue in Queens are fearful after someone who lives on the block went on a smashing spree. His friend's car had all 4 windows knocked out.
It's pretty scary because this neighborhood is very quiet.
Hours after the attack, and there are fresh reminders of the violence on the ground, as well as plastic bags covering broken car windows. Police tell us the damage caused by this.
And my problem with this is, y'all have this man who, and when you watch the whole video, this nigga lives on the block. He lives on the block and is smashing out people motherfucking windows. Now, had this probably been somewhere in Texas, somewhere in Florida, someone would have met him with a different hammer. Yeah, somebody would have sent him up to God with a different hammer. You know, he would have been talking to Jesus, and that would have been the story. You know, I just find it really, really wild that you take it upon yourself to damage people's property. Like, 1, what does that get you? 2, how does that serve you? How does that serve anybody? And my problem with news stories like this is that we know what type of color this person is, and y'all chose to blur out this man's face. No, you out here to do wild shit like that. No, we need to see who you are. Y'all blurring out his face for what? He's clearly committing a heinous crime. This ain't no alleged. We got this shit on camera. Let's finish this.
Man, more than $4,000. Now, these New Yorkers are asking for the city to intervene and keep them safe from a neighbor who, with no known reason, terrorized the block.
Destroying the neighbor's cart without, any reason. It's crazy.
Police tell us the attack and the hammer-wielding man are both under investigation at this time. In the Corona section of Queens, I'm Mark Santia, News 4 New York.
Wait a minute. So all the police got is that is under investigation. If you cause a certain amount of property damage, don't you go to jail? Because if these little niggas run up in the Gucci stores or all these other places and take a bag or two, y'all, the NYPD is ready to tear them the fuck down. Tear them down, bring them down to the jailhouse and lock them up. So this man can go through a whole block, crashing several different cars with the, well, not crashing, but damaging several different cars with the hammer. And all y'all got to tell us is that it's under investigation. I know if he was a different color, this shit would be completely different. Yeah. This is on some womp shit. Yeah, the womp shit. Absolutely. I think it's really sad. And I also think that he chose the right city to do this. I just wish he would have did this shit in a place like Texas or Florida or any other place where you have the right to carry, because somebody would have came outside and showed him who God was. And I'm not saying that people don't make mistakes in life, but we're coming to a point in society where it's when the Wild Wild West existed, people didn't have room to make mistakes like that. It was a one and done. That's why people move carefully. Even also in other societies, when you steal, you get your hands cut off and all this other kind of nonsense. That's why they don't got that type of shit going on, because there are repercussions for the actions that are taken. Y'all let this man go around and do damage to all these cars, and all y'all got is, oh, he's under investigation. Bullshit. And if we know where his house is, oh man, he lives on the block. Oh, he lives on the block. Y'all need to find his car. That's what I think. I think y'all need to find his car. And you know what? Ironically, sometimes niggas like this don't even have a car. Ironically, they just out here to fuck up other niggas shit. It's really sad what's happening in New York, and I really think some changes really, really need to be made. Now, moving on, because Hammerman doesn't deserve that much of our energy. But I really needed to report on this because this made me really sad for the people who had to wake up that morning, who needed to go to work, and had to come across something like this. This shit is disgusting. As a society, this is where we've come to. Banging on niggas' cars because we don't have solutions for our problems. And I'm not claiming that motherfucking mental, oh, it's mental. Nah, fuck that shit. Go deal with your fucking shit. Don't fucking sit up here and take advantage of other people and damage other people's shit. Notice he did that shit. Nobody else was outside. And maybe nobody wanted to approach him because that's also a dangerous situation. Suppose somebody did come outside and then now he's swinging a hammer at them. And then they got to lay him out. And now, if you live in New York, you send somebody to God, you got to go and talk to the judge. Come on. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. Nobody has time for that shit. Anywho, now getting into the women's part of the show, because it is Women's Month. Shout out to all the amazing, beautiful women that are out there handling their business, doing what they have to do. Absolutely. But this story, it saddens me a lot because this was this woman's last birthday, and she spent this last birthday in the state of Florida. Let's look and see what happened.
It's the horrific moment an argument at a traffic light turns deadly as the vehicles involved go on their way.
And there's people shot right now. Somebody just got shot.
A woman celebrating her birthday is killed. Cops say the shooter is the guy in the passenger seat of the gray pickup. He and the pickup's driver allegedly began verbally arguing with the occupants of the red SUV, which led to a brief physical altercation.
This is what happens. And I had a situation where I had a man, it was someone basically inside of my car, and they honked my horn as I was driving because they were upset that someone was taking too long. And I got very pissed and upset at that situation because you never know what that other person is thinking in that other car. I've cut people off, and there has been people who want to get out their car. Hey, you cut me off, sir. I'm already in front of you. We're past that now. We are literally past that now. People are taking now. If somebody doesn't hit your car or doesn't accidents happen. Things absolutely do happen. Does somebody deserve to lose their life for it? Absolutely not. Now, Hammerman, that's not no accident. That's that nigga going out deliberately, doing shit to people's shit. But, you got men who want to sit up here and bump their chests and, you can't be doing all that rah-rah shit when you got women and children with you. Do you know that you are also putting their lives at stake? I think a lot of men who don't have control of their emotions, it becomes dangerous for women who are with them because they now get put in this predicament with them. And it's sad. These two men in this red car, they got out. Who knows? She said that there was an altercation. Who knows what was exchanged in that altercation, because we don't have that part on video. But this pickup truck now drives off. And now, because y'all got out and y'all wanted to do the rah-rah shit, someone on y'all side of the team is gone. It's not right.
SUV drives away, but the pickup drives alongside. That's when the gunman allegedly displayed a handgun at the victims, stating he would kill them, and said, "I don't care to do 100 years. Then...
Oh my gosh!
11 shots ring.
I was about to say, that's at least 11 to 12 goddamn shots that they letting off. Definitely at least 11 to 12 fucking shots. And for what? A few words that were exchanged? Nobody died. Like, I think that a lot of men's egos get bruised very easily, and they need to figure out how to deal with their emotions other than using violence. People have, there are guns that are in the hands of the wrong people, unfortunately, because you having a gun, it's not for that. When guns were created, it's to protect, property, to protect yourselves. If you are driving away, what good does it do to shoot somebody? And you're already leaving. Your life is not in danger. And you're choosing to take somebody else's life. And not even the men that you were going back and forth with. You chose to take the woman who was just the driver. Not even the person who was getting out of the car to have the exchange with you. Let's finish this out.
Yeah. The pickup disappears into the distance. A 911 caller desperately helps tend to one of the victims.
And my thing is this, everything is on camera now, so you think you're not going to get caught? Like, we can see everything now.
No pressure on it. Don't move her. No.
They're trying to perform CPR. Okay. Looks like somebody's on the ground.
The driver of the SUV was killed. She had been out celebrating her 48th birthday with her family in Panama City, Florida. Her daughter, Mary Lee, was critically injured. Inside Edition spoke to Mary Lee's father and brother, David and Davin Lewis, about how she's doing.
She is still on the ventilator. She can communicate with me, but she just is not. She's unable to speak, unable to use her right arm.
Jubal Simmons has been charged with murder.
Can we just take a look at this nigga for a quick second? White on white crime. It does happen. Yep, niggas ain't the only ones doing stupid dumb shit out here. But anywho, can we just take a look at this nigga? He said he was willing to go to jail for 100 years. This nigga didn't look like he had much to lose anyways. Never fuck with somebody who ain't got shit to lose. Not gonna lie, that nigga pull up to me, you got it. Whatever you want, you got it. Like, yo, you got it, sir. Please, go along. I don't want it. You got it. You got it, sir. Absolutely. It's all you, baby.
Jubal Simmons has been charged with murder. The alleged driver of the pickup is charged with eluding police.
Yeah, little bitch. Yeah, you too, bitch. For riding around with a stupid ass nigga like that. And see, this is all you bitches want to be ride or die for dumb, stupid ass niggas. Yeah, I'm getting stupid ass niggas to fuck around me. You a stupid ass nigga, you making dumb ass decisions, we're keeping you at a distance. Yes, sir. You won't be around me with the dumb shit. Bitch, now you locked up too. And you ain't even killed nobody. You just drove off. And I get it. She could probably plead that she was scared for her life as well if he just killed somebody. Because let's say if he just killed somebody and she's like, no, I'm not going to drive off. Who's to say that he wasn't going to try to unalive her too? You know what I'm saying? So she could probably plead that, but she drove off really far. And I'm sure maybe she was the person who turned him in. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, she definitely left the scene of a crime. And she was harboring a fugitive. You know, this person just took somebody out and you still riding around with them. How can that be safe? It's not. Not at all.
Charged with eluding police. A GoFundMe has been set up to help the family with funeral and hospital costs. For Inside Edition Digital.
I think it's really, really sad. That lady went to Florida to spend her birthday, and now she's no longer here because of some niggas who wanted to bump their chest together. People are losing their lives for less and less, and as a society, it only hurts when it happens to you. And that's what as a society, people are not realizing. Like, these things need to be put in check prior to getting to this place. Everything can't be solved with a gun, because now everybody's life is over. Now he's serving that 100 years that he wanted to do. And, you know, he's out of here. You know what I'm saying? It's some fucked up shit. It's some fucked up shit that's going on. But for Women's Month, we are going to keep it moving. Rest in peace to Marilyn. You know, we will hope that her death was not in vain, and that her family members have learned something. Shut the fuck up and move the fuck on, because y'all niggas bumping y'all chest and getting out the motherfucking car caused her not to be here no more. Can't be hanging around stupid niggas. Stupid niggas make stupid decisions and cause, you know, it usually be the motherfucking innocent person that end up getting hurt. I'm not saying that she was the innocent person, but on the video, we don't see her out the car. We see the two men that are out the car, and she ends up losing her life. It's just truly sad, truly sad. Now we're moving on to more Women's Month shit. We are going to the baddest bitch in the White House right now. Melania. Beautiful Melania. And I'll tell you, I don't know what she doing with these suits now.
I'm here with you today.
I am here for these suits. And you know, it's not giving manly either. It's giving pow. Like, Melania is coming through with outfits. Jill ain't give us none of that shit. And I said that Melania needs to help JD Vance's wife, because she out here looking raggedy and it's making the administration look bad, bitch. I know you came from India or from someplace other than America. You're not from here. And what we like a presentation, bitch. We need you to come out and step if you're gonna do it. You know, because between, you know, Michelle was best dressed for sure. Michelle had that shit popping. And Melania, she coming up second. You know, Melania is coming through with the outfits. I give her that. Let's see what Melania wanted to talk about as far as her stance for this entire inauguration, which I think is a good stance. We have a lot of things that's happening with AI, a lot of things that's happening with, you know, people altering people's images and their voices, and they're using it for nefarious means. And I think that it's important that we take a hold of this now to prevent things like this from happening from people in the future. Let's go.
I'm here with you today with a common goal: to protect our youth from online harm. The widespread presence of abusive behavior in the digital domain affects the daily lives of our children, families, and communities. Addressing this issue is essential for fostering a safe and supportive environment for our young people. I hope today's roundtable builds awareness of the harm caused by non-consensual intimate imagery, and eventually the approval of the Take It Down Act bill.
She's setting up for the Take It Down Act bill. So all y'all niggas who like to record bitches without their knowledge, your days are numbered. Yeah, let me tell y'all something. I don't even play none of that shit. Despite what you might already see, everything has already, for me, if you see something on the internet from me, then that means I already put that shit out there, and that means I consented to it. And anybody who's in it has already consented to it. I don't do that non-consensual shit. It's too many niggas who want to record bitches without them knowing, and on Mad Day they want to try to throw it in the bitch face or send it to their niggas. Won't do me. No, you can't record. Your phone need to be right where my phone is elsewhere. That shit will not be no. And that's the thing. A lot of niggas, y'all don't even be wanting recording just so y'all can look back at later and enjoy it. No, y'all be trying to use it as some motherfucking get back for a bitch. Like, y'all niggas, this is why bitches don't want to give y'all niggas pussy anyways. Or at least one of the reasons. At least one of the reasons, right? And I like what she's doing for this, especially for the young people, because everybody is putting so many things of young people on the internet. And I think that it's time that we get ahead of this, because it's not really the men who end up being or not end up having the shame or the embarrassment from situations like this happening. There's always the shame on the woman. Sadly.
In Congress. It's heartbreaking to witness young teens, especially girls, grappling with the overwhelming challenges posed by malicious online content, like deepfakes. This toxic environment can be severely damaging. We must prioritize their well-being by equipping them with support and tools necessary to navigate this hostile digital landscape. I was heartened to learn that Senator Cruz and Senator Klobuchar are united to prioritize this fundamental matter. I must admit, however, I expected.
I'll just have to say this. Shout out to Senator Cruz, because Senator Cruz ain't playing them fucking games. You know, Senator Cruz has already, I forgot the age that he pushed it to, but there's an age limit for children using social media out there in, okay, cool, 718. All right, shoot it to me. But yes, there's already, Senator Cruz has already created an age limit for young people using social media apps. And I think that is very, very important. I know that social media is the thing for a lot of people now, but if you don't have the mindset to truly understand the effects of social media, then I really feel like you shouldn't be using it, especially long-term, short-term, all of these things. It's very, very important for, you know, young people to at least be able to be children, be able to live, be able to exist without all of these things coming down on them. I think it's a really, 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 really sad thing. Let's see what Melania also had to say to finish this out.
To see more Democrats, leaders with us here today to address this serious issue. Surely, as adults, we can prioritize Americans' children ahead of partisan politics.
And you know what? Melania is here to throw shade. She's like, I don't understand why you Democrats are not here to support this. And I agree. Protecting the children should be a given, whether you Republican, Democratic, whatever. It shouldn't be something to even think about. But then this is why people look at the Democratic Party sideways, because if y'all claim that y'all standing up for righteousness, well, here's y'all chance. Here's y'all chance to stand up for something right, regardless of what political party you stand for. You should be able to stand behind her and say, hey, we should support a Take It Down act that does not condone the unconsensual images of young people on the internet. Point blank simple, period. I think that for this being her motive for this this administration, I think Melania is on the right page. We are in a very digital age, and so in some ways we're almost too far deep into it, but we're not too far deep to actually create some laws to put some things in place so that in the future people don't have to be affected by this. You know how many young people have unalived themselves, or they have to switch schools, or they're still being humiliated by acts that have been placed online unbeknownst to them by a little boy who wanted to record them or what have you. It's really, really sad. A lot of people who grew up in the 90s and in the 80s and all of these years prior to, they didn't experience these things on a larger scale. Something may have happened that was embarrassing, That was it. It just happened. Whoever seen it. Maybe some people heard about it, but that was the beginning and the end of it. Now, for some of these younger people, they have to even live through these things out past the moments that exist. So I think that in order to have this Take It Down act to where, it can save some type of dignity for the young people to be able to look forward into the future, I think it's a positive thing. I do. And shout out to Melania, looking bad as ever in this goddamn suit and handling business. I respect it. I truly, truly do. Now, back to more Women's Month stuff. And I ain't gonna lie, I really need my coffee. Like, I need my coffee. Can I get one quick break from y'all from a quick second? I really need my coffee. Give me just a moment. Hold on 1 second.
Now, goddammit, don't start hating now. You wasn't hating when the motherfucker was living, goddammit. Now the motherfucker dead. Fuck this son of a bitch. Fuck him, goddammit, and fuck anybody with his ass. God bless. God bless the fool, goddammit. God bless the fool. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna end this goddamn thing. Look, where's that goddamn money bowl at? Who got that money bowl? We taking up money right now before you leave this bitch. We ain't leaving out here for free, motherfucker. Where that money bowl at? Don't have any fire this bitch off now. Where that money bowl at? All right, here we go. I'm trying to show y'all my cootie cat. And we're back. And we're back. But yes, let me get these headphones on. We're about to get into Doechii's dumb ass. And yes, we're calling Doechii dumb. I know you guys have probably seen it already. Her viral moment. Not with Lauryn Hill. Shout out to Lauryn Hill. Not with Lauryn Hill. And let's not fool y'all. Lauryn Hill trying to get in good with them record execs. Okay? She wants some of her money back. It's a whole other thing. Anywho. Let's get into Doechii's dumbass because Doechii sat up here and did this goddamn challenge. And I don't want young women to adopt friendship trust because she really hates women. I mean, hates men. She really hates men. This is the sign of a woman who hates men. Let's get into it.
Okay. Guess wrong and eat a death wing. Okay. What's my biggest dating red flag?
Is it being on the DL?
I see why the girl said dating on the DL, a man being on a DL. It's because Doechii has mentioned that before in her rap. She had said that she was with somebody who was on the DL, which is why she broke up with them. And I get it. If you are heterosexual and you want a heterosexual partner, I completely understand why you would want somebody who, is going to be honorable in what they say and do. And somebody on the DL is not doing that. So honestly, I felt like she should have just said, yeah, that's what it is. But no, you wanted to play, to try to be viral, to do some dumb shit. Let's go.
You're on the right track. I have my answer. It would be a red flag for me. Bad music taste. Oh, that is a good one. But okay. Okay. This is a huge red flag for me. All right. You know what's so crazy? I was gonna say men.
And these bitches think this shit is cute.
I was
thinking you were gonna say no, bitch. Y'all bitches are red flags. To sit there and say that all men are red flags, it's a cop out. What you're trying to say, what you're saying is that there are no good men out there, and if you are a person who think that there is no good men out there, then you're no good ass woman. Because I don't agree when men put women into boxes and say, "Oh, bitches ain't shit," or "All bitches ain't shit," "All bitches are the same." I don't agree with that. Just like I believe that all men are not the same. Now, do we have a handful of men who do a lot of the same bullshit ass activities that I don't agree with? 100%. But I would never put an entire group of people inside of a box because everybody is not the same. Everybody is an individual. And so this mindset of a straight man being a red flag, I think it's a big cop-out. And I think that there's more work that needs to be done. Doechii, you got money. You're in a place where you could probably get a decent man who would want to be good to you. But do you really want that? Because my thing is this: if a straight man is a red flag, then you don't want him anyways. So why is that even an option? You should just date bitches or date DL men. But you say you don't want DL men. So now the DL men, that's a red flag. The straight men is a red flag. So I'm just assuming that you don't like men, allegedly. And Doechii, that's okay. Like no one's coming for you. That is okay. Good morning, good afternoon. Salute to you, Jalajic. Yeah, I think that's okay, Doechii. If you don't like men, period, just say that. But to say that a straight man is a red flag, that's a bullshit ass cop out. Because if a nigga got on the internet and said all bitches ain't shit, you would be up in the motherfucking roar. And that's fucking sad. The double standards that some women try to put on men, but the minute they throw that shit back in their face, these bitches is crying. Boo-hoo. Boo. Boo. Tomato, tomato, tomato. Yes. Tomato, bitch. And if you look up what Industry Plant is saying, you would see. He said, fun fact, I don't even know who this person is. Says everybody who was at the Grammys, like, who the fuck is this who just won an award? Now, I knew who Doechii was because she was the only person for me that made Kodak Black look cute. And what it is, yes, she was the only person who made Kodak Black look cute. So I remember Doechii from that. But this whole new thing that she's trying to put out, I know an Industry Plant when I see one. And it's unfortunate because they propel people like this because of the mindset, because they know what type of propaganda that they're going to put on, especially young black women. We already have so much discord between black men and black women now, especially when it comes to dating. So you go on Hot Ones and your red flag is a straight man or a man, period. That's a sad ass cop out. That's a sad ass cop out. How's an Industry Plant could be a red flag too? An Industry Plant can be a red flag too, bitch. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. And I want to get back to where we're just listening to artists' music. I'm tired of hearing these artists speak because a lot of times when they speak, they're saying dumb shit. But the more seasoned artists, the more people who have a mindset to them, yes, let them talk. But these Industry Plants who got a lot to say, who ain't saying a goddamn thing, I'm going to need y'all to have a seat. Please, 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 please. Because you're poisoning the mind of the young people who look up to you. I want all young girls to know that straight men are not red flags. All men are not red flags. Red flags exist when you get to know somebody. Yes, pop her balloon. Exactly. We're popping her balloon. Because all men are not red flags. And if men sat here and painted you with one brushstroke, you would be upset. All people are not the same. People are individuals. Now, are there certain red flags that are more common in men and certain red flags that are more common in women? Absolutely. But red flags are also based on perception. For you to sit there and be like, oh, red flags are straight men, women, please don't buy that bullshit because you'll be sitting by your motherfucking self. You and all of the motherfucking red flags that you are sitting up here collecting. Girls, don't buy that shit. Do not buy that shit. Don't buy that shit. Men are red flags. Bitch, go sit your ass down somewhere. And the irony of it, look at this shit. These bitches think this shit is cute.
I was gonna say men. I mean, strike one. You're a man.
What's with all the man? Hey, strike one. You're a man. Oh my God. You needed a man to procreate. You know that, right? A man had to make you. A man and a woman had to come together to make you. All of this gender war shit has to stop. It really, really has to stop because we're getting further and further away. Now, let me tell you something. Doechii, if you walk in, when you have your security, are your security guards red flags? When you are getting bombarded in a crowd of people and there's so many people and you feel unsafe, are the big men who are protecting you, are they red flags too? No, because the men are not red flags when it automatically comes to men protecting you. Yeah. I forgot to mute the video just now, but I had to start muting it earlier so that it could play back. So the video won't play back into the mic. But yes, look at the problem with a lot of these women is they sit here and they want to judge men and they want to sit here and act like, oh, men can't do anything. But the minute that they need a man, that's when they're running for it. You know. Let's play the rest of this to come out.
Yeah. And you're heterosexual.
Yeah. Let's get these bitches out. Moving on for Women's Month. Moving on to the next woman for Women's Month. After Doechii, we have, Melissa Mercado. I don't know if I want to get to Melissa or if I want to get to the Afghan women. But let's get to Melissa and then let's do the Afghan women. Shout out to Melissa, y'all. Yeah, I'm just going to say shout out to Melissa because Melissa's out here doing the goddamn thing. Let's play what happened to Melissa. You know, her video has gone viral with the music artist that she did a video for. A little bit of translation for y'all. It says an NYPD special victims detective is raising eyebrows after appearing in a raunchy pole dancing video that has gone viral on World Star Hip Hop's YouTube channel. Also states that a 7-year NYPD veteran, damn, she's been with NYPD for 7 years. Melissa Mercado can be seen grinding. Hold on a second. We want to hear it all, bitch. Can be seen grinding. Okay. Grinding and gyrating in just a bra and a thong in a music video for rappers Esquire that racked up over 1.2 million views. Okay. Also stating, while some on the force have expressed reservations, one police union source told, wait a minute, sir. What she's doing really has nothing to do with her as an NYC detective. And that is my stance with this. She's not wearing her uniform in the video. She barely got anything on in the goddamn video. So honestly, I think that this is somebody who was looking a little hard. Somebody wanted to throw her under the bus. That's what this is giving. You have New York NYPD cops who have done some foul ass shit. Some fucking foul ass shit. Her being a music girl in a music goddamn video, to me, means nothing. She's been there for 7 years. Clearly, she's been doing something right. Or she's been doing the goddamn job. She's been there 7 years. 7 years is a very long time. So what? She want to shake ass when she get off of work. Being a cop is a hard fucking job. She deserves to shake some ass. I have to give it to her. She deserves to shake. Yes, let's check this out more. It says, Mercado's moonlighting gig isn't the first time an NYPD cop was caught in a compromising position. Now I want y'all to look at this next clip because it looks really, really wild. Y'all had this happen where a cop was grinding on a lieutenant at an actual NYPD event that looks very inappropriate. Y'all. If this cop, that like they said thus far, let's go back a little bit. In 2022, then rookie Bronx cop Vera McCulley was caught on video giving a married lieutenant a lap dance during a rowdy police party. Is this how y'all police get down? Is this how the police get down? Let me find out. Excuse me. This is how y'all police get down. So you got an actual cop grinding on you, lieutenant, at an actual police party, right? But they don't have any repercussions for that. Let's see what the other comment had said. Said thus far, neither cop is facing any disciplinary action from the NYPD. Okay, that's fair. And you know what we're reading on when it comes to Melissa Mercado now is actually they removed her. They removed a few of the cases from the sex crime unit from her upon pending further investigating, according to the New York Post. I think it's really sad. She shouldn't be removed from anything. To me, she does her job, she does her work, and she go home. What happens in her personal life is her personal life. That has nothing to do with her job. And it's sad that y'all are trying to combine the two. While meanwhile, you have actual police officers doing much worse. Let's take this down to Florida, where we have what's his name, Michael. So Michael has been out here allegedly moving hammers. Okay, let's take a look at this. So, Florida officer admits to smuggling firearms, ties to smuggling rings in Haiti, the Dominican Republic, and also Puerto Rico. It says Michael Adrian Nieto, a former St. Cloud police officer, pleaded guilty. Hold on a second. Pleaded guilty to illegally dealing firearms, a crime that could land him a maximum of 5 years in a federal prison. And he did with criminal operations in Dominican Republic, Haiti, and Puerto Rico. According to the agreement, Nieto, while serving as a law enforcement, has resold firearms to many. Let's go back to many contacts. I was scrolling too fast when I did this. So he was a key figure in criminal conspiracy that trafficked firearms internationally. In his corrupt actions, Nieto used his access to police databases to provide Vasquez with sensitive and confidential information, further aiding illegal operations. Oh, so not only was he using the police database, he was using that to benefit criminal organizations. And y'all worrying about her shaking ass in a fucking video? Get the fuck out of here, y'all. Says from June 6, 2022 to September 2024, so for 2 years, it says he purchased at least 58 firearms, many of which were identical and bought in close proximity to each other. Federal authorities, including the FBI and ATF, executed a search warrant at Nieto's residence on October 2024, recovering 12 of those firearms. Also says during the investigation, Nieto admitted to knowingly supplying firearms to Vasquez, fully aware that they would be smuggled in violation of federal law. He also acknowledged receiving illegal items, including a machine gun conversion from Vasquez. Vasquez, who was also involved, hold on a second, it's good, who was also involved to the conspiracy, has already pleaded guilty to trafficking firearms and is awaiting sentencing scheduled for March 25th, 2025. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. So while y'all over here worrying about Melissa Mercado, who's just shaking ass in a music video, and the guy said she did a great job. She didn't come. She did what she was supposed to do. She was very, reserved in her manner. You know what I'm saying? Y'all acting like she wore her uniform to the goddamn video shoot, and she was in the goddamn music video with the motherfucking NYPD uniform on. I need y'all to chill out. I need y'all to stop. Her shaking ass in the video, it actually may have made her go back to work in a motherfucking happier light. Y'all didn't think of that though, right? Y'all didn't think of that? I do believe that people are allowed to have, they should be allowed to have an outside life outside of the jobs that they work. And if you're doing your job, what does it matter? What matters is that you do your job and that you do it well. You're not wearing the company's uniform to do personal activities, and that should be just fine. You're not utilizing the company's assets in order to gain your own popularity or for whatever personal things you're doing. That should be fine. She's been with them for 7 years. I think that this is a cop-out, and I'm glad that the union stood up and said it has nothing to do with her job, and it doesn't. Meanwhile, y'all need to be worrying about this Florida officer that's using y'all database to smuggle fucking firearms and shit to fucking neighboring countries that's actually causing harm and more than likely deaths to many of those people in those areas. Yeah. Very, very sad. Very sad. Let's get over to our last topic of today, people. So on International Women's Day, just recently, Paris did a actual SOS homage for Afghan women. And I was trying to figure out exactly why they was doing this, because Afghan women been going through this shit for a while. Salute to you, Bishop. What's going on? But yes, Afghan women have been going through this shit for quite some time now. So I'm trying to figure out why the fuck that they standing up for them all of a sudden, right? Let's take a look at what has been happening in Afghanistan for the women and actually why Paris is taking this stance all of a sudden. And Afghan women, ever since that whole situation where America left with their tail between their legs. Ever since America left with their tail between their legs, honey, Afghan women have been going through it. The Taliban said, nah, we ain't about to do all that bullshit over here. But I think that they're coming down too hard on these women in Afghanistan. Now, I really feel like it's because they're watching what's happening in the world. And when people have a huge fear, they create laws out of fear in order to try to protect or what they think is protection. But you're really harming more than helping. But let's finish this out.
The Taliban took power 3.5 years ago. The rules they first imposed still stand. Girls over 12 can't go to school, and women are banned from many government jobs and from playing sports. But over the last few years, Taliban officials across the country have issued more and more restrictions. Look how long this list is. Women and
My problem is, if y'all going by what is it, the Green Book or whatever type of laws that people are doing with Islam, if y'all are going by this, then why y'all gotta keep making up new rules? Just like if the Bible exists, the Bible got the 10 Commandments or what have you. If there's already a set rules and whatever religious document that y'all are following through, what's with all the new rules? Are those ordained by the Most High too? Or y'all niggas just in y'all feelings? Because that's what it's giving. It's giving a lot of these Taliban niggas is in their feelings. Let's go.
girls are supposed to have a male chaperone known as a mahram to do all sorts of day-to-day activities. Women can't go to university. The Taliban have shut beauty salons where women could meet and work. And there have been more rules telling women how to dress in public, including fully covering their faces. The Taliban have also threatened to close any NGOs that employ women.
Day by day, and new rules and regulations are announced. That means that women is not like someone who is living and someone who is alive.
Now, in practice, the way the various rules are enforced can be different depending on where you are. For example, a couple of women told us that in the capital, Kabul, some women do go out without fully covering their face.
But in other provinces, from what I've heard, that the females are not even able to go out. When you go out in the streets, you hardly see any woman.
It's all taking a huge toll on women's mental health. There's been a reported surge on women attempting to take their own life. But their physical health is also in danger. The ban on women going to universities means there are no new female doctors. And recently, women were banned from training to be midwives and nurses too. Keep in mind that women in Afghanistan can only be treated by female medics.
And if there's...
Look at that bullshit. So women in Afghanistan can only be treated by female medics, but y'all not even allowing women to go to school to become nurses and midwives? Tell me how that works out. Because even as a man, you still have to come through the coochie of a woman. You still have to come through the coochie. You got to come through the coochie. You got to still come through the coochie. So the fact that you guys are limiting the resources in this area is really showing how obsessively bad this is getting for Afghan women. It really is.
More ban continuing against the education of the midwives, nurses, or doctors, the maternal mortality will be dangerously high and high. And many complications will happen at homes without any female healthcare provider.
All of this is happening against the backdrop of a severe economic crisis, and the restrictions on women make it even harder for them to access aid or provide the basics for their families.
What do you think is the biggest issue that you see women struggling with today?
Feeding their families. They're all in survival mode. They can go outside, they can work, but yet they have all the responsibilities that a mother has.
I ain't gonna lie. Bad enough they gotta walk around in the sheet. Bad enough they gotta walk around in the sheet. So you mean to tell me I gotta walk around in the sheet? I can't go outside. I can't go get my hair done. I can't get my nails. I can't do any of these things. But you're allowed to just live your life? Yo, I would unalive myself too. Like, what kind of life is this that you get to live and I don't? There's no way that these men like women. And I don't want to come for y'all sexuality, but if y'all Afghan men have to act like this towards y'all women, this is beyond religion, y'all. This is beyond religion. And y'all are forgetting that y'all have to come through the coochie to come into the world. Y'all have to come through a woman to even get here to be inside of the world. And this is how you treat the women who are going to be giving birth to the future generations. Y'all niggas are idiots.
One of the women we spoke to was a journalist who fled to Pakistan. The Taliban came looking for her after she reported on the closure of beauty salons.
این سالن‌ها نه تنها محل کسب درآمد زنان در افغانستان بود، بلکه خانم‌هایی بودند که بدون سرپرست بودند، اونا نانآور خانواده‌شان بودند، مورد پیگرد قرار دارد، چرا که این ذهنیت زنان را تغییر داده و فرمان‌های حکومت را نادیده گرفته. اگر من در افغانستان برم ممکن که این برابر با مرگ من باشه.
Now, the UN says the Taliban's treatment of women could amount to gender apartheid. And the International Criminal Court's prosecutor has requested arrest warrants for 2 Taliban leaders for the crime of persecution on gender grounds. The Taliban have repeatedly dismissed international criticism as propaganda. They've also said they're committed to women's rights within the framework of Islam.
But in another Islamic country, women are allowed to work step by step with men.
Right. The women in Saudi Arabia, they just got a chance to be able to drive. Now, I still should... It shouldn't have took them that long to do that. But you have other countries who, you know, are Islamic and they are allowing women to do these things. Why is Afghanistan being so extra? Why?
They are allowed to have education.
They want to spin this Islamic. It's absolutely not. And any rudimentary reading of Islam will tell you that.
And it seems that not all Taliban leaders are on board with all the restrictions. For example, the deputy foreign minister recently called for the opening of schools for Afghan girls.
They just need our help. We need to be their voice.
تو کسایی که صدای من رو میشنون، کلمات من قلب شما را لمس میکنه، خواهش میکنم به خاطر زنان افغانستان ما امیدوار هستیم که کسی پیدا شود ما را از این تاریکی نجات بده و ما را فراموش نکنن.
Yeah, please advocate for the women of Afghanistan. Yeah, they need that. Yeah, because y'all taking away schools, y'all taking away, you know, the opportunity for women to become nurses, midwives, y'all beauty salons. These things are essential for women to be able to, you know, just to feel like themselves and exist, just like all y'all niggas got y'all smokes and shit like that. Y'all men in Afghanistan are doing y'all women wrong, but we call this Mother Earth for a reason. Yeah. It's called Mother Earth for a reason, and you will reap what you will sow, okay? This is your girl, Vanessa Smiles, and we are signing out. It has been a pleasure. I have been here for an hour and a half, long past my due time and due date. Now, we will be back very, very soon with some more great content. I will see y'all later. Bye.
Now, goddammit, don't start hating now. You wasn't hating when the motherfucker was living, goddammit. Now the motherfucker dead. Fuck this son of a bitch. Fuck him, goddammit, and fuck anybody with his ass. God bless the fool, goddammit. God bless the fool. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna end this goddamn thing. Look, where's that goddamn money bowl at? Who got that money bowl? We taking up money right now before you leave this bitch. We ain't leaving out here for free, motherfucker. Where that money bowl at? Don't have any fire this bitch off now. Where that money?